and she can't like get out of here, but you see like the pressing on glass, and you watch as every light, every cell phone, every laptop, otherwise piece of like stereo equipment, all turn off uh, in the room. Um, um, Now we're back to panic. Uh, so yeah, every anyone who has a cell phone that would usually like be working locally on the ship, like it physically, like it will not turn on. Right now, it's gone like complete brick mode. Um, Everyone's stuff. And now there's no way to make light because no one can use a phone flashlight. Um, and so some people open like the front doors so some light from the hallway can come inside. Uh, but people are scrambling and confused, and it's more chaos than before.
Sage, I think I fucked up.
I see. What do I want to do here? I I want to use Musk because I feel like I just start immediately just getting nervous and sweating.
Understandable. Makes sense.
7, 8. So that's gonna be an 8.
On a 7 to 9, the MC gives you a string on someone there, and that character gives you a condition delivered in the most appropriate way.
So that would be Cordelia then.
Okay, yeah, so you will get a string on Cordelia because, like, she is, like, kind of present for, or you are present there as she is kind of, like, assessing what she is interpreting to be a fuck up. And that character gives you a condition delivered in the most appropriate way. I think that wording would leave it up to Cordelia. I don't know what you think that they would dole out to Sage as a condition.
I'm thinking embarrassment. Like Cordelia is so worried about her own social faux pas that like it like overflows onto Sage.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like a secondhand embarrassment. Yeah. Yeah, so you both become exceedingly worried about what's going on. You've also both lost eyes on Gabriel and Cal, which is probably
But
part of the.
I'm not sure if I would call this necessarily, a fuck up, because, I mean, you did the thing, so that's good.
oh, actually, is the panicking because the other people could see the ghost in the mirrors, or is it just because there's a fight breaking out?
Well, there's a fight breaking out, and then everyone's like electronic
Shit
devices,
died.
all shit like died at once. So that's really freaky by itself. And hence the panic. This has also resulted in like some people like leaving immediately in an attempt to get things to work.
Mhm.
So
So do you think we should like, I don't know, break up the fight, get them out of there? I think I heard actual screaming and like snarling.
Yeah, we should probably do that. There's already so many people here, and they're all looking, and the yeah, let's just do it. And I just Sage just goes and just picks up Cal and just starts like walking away.
Tap out. Tap out.
I
Tap out.
will you resist this action?
I think definitely at first Cal's succumbing a little bit to bloodlust.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Cal's probably gonna lash out physically. If
All
that's
right.
okay.
Yeah, I approve of this.
Alright, let's see if I roll something other than a 5 and a 1.
If you roll a 10,
Oh, a
maybe
3 and a 2.
Oh.
Excellent. That does make it a 7, though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's technically a success.
That's like that's passing. That's passing.
Yeah, I think they learned something about your true nature and gain a strength. You definitely realize, like, oh, Cal's not, like, fully human.
Yeah, you're just lashing out physically normally, right? You're not like using a specific move.
Yeah, this is just a regular lad. I think,
Okay, yeah. So on a 7 to 9, you
I
harm
think Cal
them,
bites you.
but choose one. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. The MC decides how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self. I would figure that they are learning more about your K9 nature. That would make sense within what is happening as you are biting them. And so, who said that they were picking Cal up? Sage or
I was. Sage was.
Yeah, Sage. So you will get a string on Cal
All right. Cool.
with that information.
I think when I
And-
realize it's Sage, I immediately stop. And say, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?"
What about Gabrielle? Are they going to?
I got Marco in a headlock right now. He's
That's-
not even paying attention to what's going on, and he's just like, tap out, tap out, tap out.
Like he's like uncomfortable, like unsure how this has all happened. Does he actually owe Cal money?
No, Cal does
Okay.
not know this person. He said a random name.
Okay, cool. Like my name isn't even Marco, man. Oh my god. Like trying to like push you off.
You know Marco?
No, man. My name's David.
Tap out, David. Tap out.
He like tap.
And it just lets you go. Just lets David go. It's like, all right, just don't fuck with us next time.
You've all inadvertently aided his quest to woo these girls as they stood there worried about him while you attacked him and are now like,
Do I
oh my
notice
god,
that?
are you okay? If you're not immediately following the rest of the company, then you might.
No, I'll keep what I did. I'll be like, watch yourself, David. I'll end you, and just walks back.
You got it. You got it. Okay, so where are we all moving to now?
I mean, Gabriel's worried, so I think runs up to Sage and Cal, with Cal fucking biting on Sage, just like, Cal, buddy, you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Sorry.
I just kind of reach up and start scratching the back of Cal's head, if that's okay.
Okay. You can stop doing that. Okay.
All right.
Here, I know field medicine. I'm gonna just quickly like cure the bloody wound I've left.
Cal, dog, you cannot just be swinging on random people like that. I have punched so many people.
I was trying to make a problem so that people were not looking at whatever the magic ritual was. And I think it worked because I saw about like 40 different phone screen cameras on me all at once.
You know what? Smart. I get you. I also took $20 off David, so I got you your money.
He didn't owe me money. I just thought he looked like a douche.
I think he's in my chem class.
Sorry.
Nah, it's whatever. He, I think, cheated, but whatever. Boom, $20.
Okay.
Nope.
I just want to know what you guys are together now. Is there anywhere particular in like the ship that you are headed? Like, have you exited the ballroom at this point?
I think Cal brings it up. If the ghost isn't here, maybe we should stay here and get everyone else to clear out.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking too. Honestly, between Cal, you biting people, Gabrielle starting fights, and well, Sage, you haven't really done anything that was too aggressive, but
Thank you.
and me crying into a water bottle, like I guess I don't feel like the biggest freak here, so I guess we're all a little bit weird, and strangely that makes me feel a little bit better. So maybe if we combine all of our weirdness, we can make the other people clear out, and then we can try and get to the bottom of this whole ghost situation.
I got an idea.
I'm scared.
So, do all electronics don't work, right?
As long as you are in the vicinity of this room, yes.
Okay, so then I was like, Cal? Yeah, I think it looks like Cal. It was like, Cordelia, can you cry more?
Cordelia never really stopped crying,
Okay,
So
you can, Cordelia, you're doing perfect. Sage, do you have that part where Cal bit you?
Yeah.
Raise it up real high in the air.
Okay.
Cal, do you know how to foam at the mouth?
Okay, we're not gonna pretend I have rabies.
Damn it!
That's not okay. For a lot of reasons that I'm not gonna get into right here.
Okay, if we can't claim you have rabies, maybe we say there's a shark on board in the room, or something's biting things. There's like a loose, like someone stuck a dog in.
There's
then
a
we-
shark on board in the room.
Okay. But run with me on this. Is there like a porthole or like a big bay window in this, like providing a scenic?
Yeah. There's like a strategically placed on like the water side of this room. There's like a perfectly circular like port window. It's night right now, so it's not providing much light at all, and there's no like outside access. Like it doesn't open, but it it shows outside. It's nice.
So I am going to use my skill Ocean's Breath, which is I roll, and if I get a 10 or up, the sea brings forth something for me that it thinks will make me feel better. And I'm hoping I get that and that it will be a shark. If I fail, Gabrielle is probably going to get pulled into the water.
How?
That's just what the ocean takes away something that it thinks is bothering you if you fail.
Okay, I have ways to interpret that. Make the roll. I'm scared. Make the roll.
A shark just flies through the open porthole.
I got an 8. Oh, but I
Oh.
I with cold, and my cold is +1, so that's a 9. That's still not high enough.
That's what you. I thought it was. Didn't you say that it was an 8 to 10?
It's on a 10 and up.
Oh, on a 10 and up. Oh boy.
Wait, I have a question. Strings.
This is. Yes.
Can I, if I have a string on something,
Oh.
can I use that to give
On
him
a-
one? Oh,
I
sorry,
misread it. I'm so sorry.
on
I
a 7 to
misread it.
9, the ocean doesn't understand the human world very
Yes.
well and causes serious unexplainable damage in the process. Oh god. Okay. Does anyone have a question that they need to go over before I narrate this?
can I use if I have a string on somebody, can that be used to help them in a roll?
Yeah, I would allow
I
that.
have 2 strings on Cordelia. Can I use both my strings to help summon this shark?
I have a string on Cordelia.
Okay.
I also have a string on Cordelia. How many sharks can we
Okay.
get?
The contribution of 3 strings on Cordelia, I don't care who they're from and what combination, will result in a perfect success on the roll.
One
Yeah.
each.
One each.
1 each.
Sure.
We just all
Mark
put our
'em
hands
off.
on Cordelia and they're just like, be a freak.
Shark.
Shark, 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 shark,
Oh.
shark.
I cannot believe that I'm saying this. This is my hand puppets moment of this show. In presenting this shark, it is both giving you what you need and taking away what you don't need, because it's taking the attention off of the things that you need to like be looking at, and it's also like providing you and your party members by extension what they want, which is shark. It is not the. Hold on, now I gotta look this up.
Now we're gonna have a fucking shark in the room.
Listen,
How does that make
maybe-
things better?
Maybe the
I'll
shark.
punch it.
It's
I'll
not
punch
gonna be
flying
in the
ghosts.
room. It just wouldn't be realistic. It's not going in the room. I'm just looking up what sharks are in the Mediterranean.
Does it just slide in and get stuck in the porthole? It's just the head just chopping.
Okay. Oh, wonderful. So there are hammerhead sharks in the Mediterranean, which is perfect.
Oh
no. So, like in like a movie-esque scene. Some people are leaving, some people are like staying and like trying to figure out what's up, and it's dark. A few people have actually managed to get some light with like lighters, just like kind of like holding it and like wasting their gas. Um, there's also a little bit of light provided by people's like glow stick bracelets. Like some people have broken an entire pack and are like holding it up to try to find their friends. It's a lot of people trying to find each other right now. And once again, everything in the room kind of stops as like the biggest hammerhead shark any of you have ever seen. It's very rare to see a shark in the open water. I think everybody knows it's like not super common. Of course, it's more common when you are out in the sea versus like in a place that is accessible for people to be swimming. But yeah, he's a big boy. Like he clearly lives in the open water, kind of swish past the porthole, and it's like someone like slowly turned the volume bar in the room back down to a 0, and everyone's head is looking at the porthole, and somebody says in the silence, "What is up with today?" And after that, the shark slams kind of like it's like side and tail like against like the glass of the porthole. Now marks the official everyone is running and screaming from this room. Everyone is done. There is no more stalling. For the most part, everyone is packing it up to go. With the exception of, I assume you guys and Addison. You catch her, one of those people who has a lighter up and around, and she is kind of like kneeling on the floor, like against a wall. She's digging through her bag for something. You can't see what because she's hunched over it, but you recognize her outfit.
I'm gonna go over.
Should we all go over? Or should just you? Or did you want to just go over?
I'll try and convince her to just go back to the room.
Cool. Do you think I could fight that shark as you walk away? Just like
a second time, it comes around, hits the side of the glass with the edge of its tail.
I could take it.
To Cordelia, there's like a slight kind of like shared kinship between you and another creature of the sea. You understand that like through like your connection of the ocean that this thing is actually trying to help you, even in its like limited intelligence. Like it is like being told by like the spirit of the ocean to do this for whatever reason, and it is obeying.
Cordelia will like sit down by the porthole and just kind of put her hands and her forehead against it and just try and not like commune with it or anything, but just like to watch it. Like, oh, this is something from home.
Understood. Cal is trying to go over to Addison to speak.
Hey, what's up? I think people are heading out.
Cal, and they like reach behind themselves, and they end up with like a hand kind of like near you until they turn around, and like that hand turns into like a pointing finger, and they let the light on their lighter go out, and she says, I saw that you were in a fight. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, there's.
She has not ceased her rummaging.
Nothing someone like that could really do to actually hurt me.
Are you sure? Because David is pretty big. Like, are you hurt? And she's like kind of like squinting, peering.
You can turn on the lighter if you need to see. I'm fine. I'm used to the dark.
Oh. I guess me too, but couldn't hurt to have it. Yeah, you should get back to your room. I'm missing something, so I'm looking for it. I'm glad that you're okay.
I can help you look for it. My friends and I are also actually looking for something, and they're going to be looking for it over there. Can I help you find what you need, and before I go help them?
I would say that she is sweet enough on you to not see through this uh, quite perfectly. But is still smart enough to lie and not refuse your help. So, oh my god. So she says, yeah, I just some stuff fell out of my wallet somewhere on the floor when everybody was around. So I'm trying to find it before I go. If you see it, let me know. But I thought it might have fallen out in here.
Oh, okay. And I will make it a point to like be looking around now.
Okay.
And I'll just like at some point be looking near the friends and be like, I'll keep distracting her if you all want to get started on talking to the thingy.
Looks at everyone else like, are we cool with that?
I mean, Addison's really cool. The two of us go way, way back. We had like a calculus class together, I think, my first semester at C. So like we're really, really tight. Like
Addison has always been exceedingly nice to all of you.
Here's the thing, though. You can't let her find out about the, thingy, like trying to motion like the supernatural part.
Are you the ghost?
Me?
The shark?
No. Don't let her find out you're not
Bo.
human. Don't let her find out you're not human.
This is where I wish that passive perception was a thing.
I mean,
I'm going
if you want me to
to-
roll to see if I say this quietly enough.
No, not that. Everybody, or all four of you, just like roll one of your d6s and let me know if any of you get a 6.
I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 1.
2 of you did. Cordelia, did you roll? Milan?
I got a 1.
Oh, okay. I expected nothing less. Yeah, so kind of like in the talk, I say maybe Cal and Cordelia are facing with their backs towards where Addison was, but Sage and Gabrielle are looking toward her. And you see her take something out, something that's on like a pendant or like a cord, and wrap it around her hand and like stand up with her bag back on her shoulder, and she's heading toward that porthole window.
So Cordelia, how well did you say you know him?
I mean, we had calculus together. We worked on like 2 different projects. I thought I really knew her. Hey, Addison, babe, is everything good? Everything okay?
I almost want to say that she is too focused to answer you. Actually, no, it would make more sense if she kind of like hears you, realizes that you are also still here, and goes, oh, yeah, fine. Totally fine. I just wanted to see what the hell this shark is doing.
Yeah, I think he's doing completely normal, typical under the water shark things, as sharks do.
I feel like sharks don't usually attack vessels without reason.
Well, maybe there was a reason. You ever think about that?
And I don't think Addison's usually approach dangerous sharks at portholes without reason. Addison, what are you doing?
Well, it's not like it opens. I just want to get a better look. Like, it physically does not open. She's correct about that. It's
Okay.
yeah. It like on like in a ship generally, the portholes like won't open for safety reasons unless they're physically like broken, which would take a lot of force and put the ship in a ton of danger. So yeah.
just I guess keep looking at that shark there. We're going to
What are you guys doing? Why are you trying to get me out of here? What's up?
um
Do you think I was born yesterday?
we are really invested in a Dasani bottle.
I'm going
What?
to go hidden in the scenery. I'm just it's a move that I have. 8 when I roll with dark. So that's a 9.
Okay.
So on a 7 to 9, I'm there and somebody sees. If they don't draw attention to you, they gain a string on you at the end of the scene. So I'm trying to like make
You remain completely unnoticed.
yeah.
Oh, somebody sees, but if they don't draw attention to you, they gain a string on you. Okay, so what are you trying to do?
I'm trying
unnoticed?
to make myself like hidden in the darkness so that Addison forgets that I'm there.
Okay. So someone will see. I guess Addison is technically the only person there to see, but there's also like y'all among the scene. Given like how Sage exists as a person, I would allow one of you to notice Sage trying to slip away and choose whether or not you were going to acknowledge that.
I think Cal will notice or will track where Sage went.
I
Okay.
think Cordelia would as well. And kind of understand that desire to fade into the background because she kind of wishes she could do it herself right now.
And then is there something that you are trying to do in your obscurity?
I'm basically just gonna follow Addison and see what they were trying to do.
Okay, it's hard for her to like kind of go anywhere with all of you having reached kind of like an impasse, talking like both preventing each other from doing what you want to do because the other is there. I will give you a closer look at what she's
The object.
what she's holding.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like wrapped around her hand is kind of dangling from her palm. It's like a tanned leather cord, and there is a pendant on it. It appears to be silver. It is worn. It is clearly a very old piece, but also like very, very strong, like workmanship with that age. It is some kind of like family seal. A large part of it is like a fleur de lis. A few other kind of like embellishments. You're not sure like where it comes from. It's likely personal, but definitely silver.
Cool. Okay. I just kind of I will then just kind of like slowly make myself like just standing like next to Cal, but not necessarily trying to call attention to the fact that I'm there.
Okay. I guess in the larger conversation of what's happening with you all, like, listen, there's clearly something weird happening here. I have dealt with this stuff in the past and I'm trying to deal with it. So I don't know what you guys are hanging around for, but like I can take care of it. It's fine and we don't have to talk about it.
Are you the one? Did you summon the sea monster that scared TJ away?
No. I did not. I did not, and I'm the one who got rid of it.
I think Cal has instinctively like backed up into a table and accidentally bumps it at this point.
I think it would be funny if you bumped into Sage because Sage is canonically.
Oh yeah, I just like
right behind you. Yeah. No. TJ is my friend. I would not. But seriously, it's like super simple. I don't. This is the first time I think anyone has ever seen her like at any level of like not like non-composure. Like I like you guys. It like seriously, like it's not a big deal, and like I want everybody's phones to work, and like I don't want to have to like bring this to admin. Like it'll be fine. Like I'll take care of it. So you guys don't have to. I don't know what you're trying to do, but
Why would you bring this to admin?
well, someone is going to have to address the fact that there is now some kind of electrical damage in this ballroom, and there is a shark that is attacking the side of the ship repeatedly. And also, there is probably about 10 videos of you and Cal fighting Dave Fishman.
His last name's Fishbin?
Yeah, he's Jewish.
Oh, you learn something new every day. I think Gabriel turns to Cal and Cordelia. It's like, how do we play this? I don't know what to do.
I mean, I've got an idea, but Addison's nice and Addison's cool, and I don't want to like ruin our friendship. But I think I have an idea.
Okay, do you
Wait,
need?
hold on. Is your idea gonna hurt her?
No. I don't think it will. But it
And I
could.
think Cal like turns towards you fully at this point and is like, "Well, hold on. You're not. We're not gonna hurt anyone."
No, it might just make her afraid and leave the ballroom.
You guys are just like fully doing this like in front of her.
I think Cal is no longer subtle.
Yeah. They're like, you guys really conferencing in front of me right now? You guys really having a group conference like right here?
Yeah, Cordelia turns around from our little group huddle. It's just like, just 1 second, Addie, okay?
If you
And then goes back into the huddle.
You know what? No, this is not how this goes. Turn around, we're talking. We're all talking. You don't want me to be here? Fine, then you don't get to be here either. We all walk out of this room together and close the doors behind us.
Should we just say that there's something going on? Should we just like be like super vague about it? Should we just be like super like?
We think that there's something more than meets the eye in here, and we're trying to fix it.
Obviously.
I think we're both here trying to fix it, so why don't we just help each other and not get in each other's way?
Fine.
Tell me, when you banish or whatever it is you're gonna do to my shark friend, are you gonna hurt him?
No, I'm going to dispel whatever tether it has to the ship. Because it's clearly not natural.
Okay, then maybe we let you get rid of my shark friend, and then maybe you let us do the freaky shit that we've got to do in this room too. And maybe after it's all done, we shake hands, we do like a round of hugs, maybe we do a shot, and we pretend like this never happened, and we can go back to pretending we're all normies tomorrow.
Deal.
Okay.
You.
Gabrielle, were you gonna say something?
I think Gabrielle whispers to you, trying to be serious. I was like, you said my shark friend.
I think Cordelia is strange enough that really didn't strike anybody
Okay.
as that really.
Cal's
Yeah.
just staring at that pendant and like it's in the dark, but Cal is like sweating a little bit and is clearly nervous.
Yeah, my shark friend. Her name is Shelly. You can get rid of her. That's fine. That's totally fine.
And we'll just be on the other side of the room with this Dasani bottle.
I'm gonna not think about how suspicious this is. Just go. I'm gonna turn around and face the window. Just go. Go.
Okay, awesome. Let's hang out next week, and Cordelia will run to the far corner near the mirrors, with the unbranded bottle of water.
Mm-hmm.
This Knuckle?
we have the preliminary game and the unbranded bottle of water. So, kind of as you stray away, Addison gets to work. I guess if anyone is looking,
I am.
she presses kind of like her hand with the pendant against the porthole window, and she starts to kind of like mumble some kind of like banishment incantation. It's probably Latin. You can't make out all the words she's speaking in quite a low tone. But eventually the shark, after like a few lines of it, kind of like detaches from this like mission and just like hightails it back out to open ocean.
Goodbye, Shelley.
There's a fond goodbye in the depths of your mind from Shelley the shark.
It waggles its fins.
Yeah. Now, what exactly are you all doing?
Cal fully just has not been able to move this entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just looking still at the emblem and is like acting extremely suspicious, I feel like.
Yeah, when Addison like turns around when she's done, having intended to like watch you guys until you're like ready to leave, kind of from where she stands, she sees you staring, and you can like see well in the dark, right?
Mhm.
There's like just like the slightest hint of smugness as she pockets the pendant, like puts it back away, and yeah, catches you looking.
Is this a keep your cool? Because I want to know if
That'd be
she
a
has
good-
like any insight about what Cal is.
That would be a good keep your cool, actually.
All right, I'm not good at this. I have a -1 cool, but let's see what I roll. An 8.
Is that with the -1, or I guess it doesn't
That
matter?
is with the
because-
-1, yeah.
Okay, on a 7 to 9, the MC will tell you how your actions would leave you vulnerable, and you can choose to back down or go through with it. So, are you just basically like trying to like maintain like the like eye contact and like continue to get a read, or is there something else you're trying to convey?
I think Cal's explicitly trying not to like run is what the first thing is. And then Cal's like, I think cautiously not approaching, but like leaning in to continue the conversation.
Okay. So this is where I tell you what will happen. If you go back over there to talk to them, they'll talk. They aren't gonna be very specific. And you being that close to an ancient silver thing is probably not great for you. But they do have a sweet spot for you, so they might tell you some things. They still, after all this time, haven't figured out that it's you. Will this be the thing that tips them off? Maybe. It's a big gamble to go talk to her.
I think Cal's gonna back down and just like clearly fold
Yeah.
and turn to the other to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get through whatever you guys are doing here before we break. So what is it that y'all are trying to do?
If nobody else has a move they would like to make, and if you do, like, please say something. Otherwise, I am going to gaze into the abyss and try to find this ghost in the mirrors.
Okay. Go ahead and gaze.
So I have to name what I'm looking for and roll with dark. I say out loud in kind of a hushed whisper, I want to see the woman who died here. Eight. So it shows me
It's
something confusing.
Confusing and alarming visions, but you get your answer nonetheless. Okay, so you see kind of in the reflection of this like painting on the wall and the gloss on that glass frame. Is it still considered the frame, like the glass piece that goes over the picture in a frame? Is that part of the frame or is that something else?
I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, I think
whatever
it's
that
all
is,
different.
that's like where she is for everyone's reference, whatever that's called. Um, uh, you kind of see her figure in it, like dashing across, um, leaving or going somewhere else at least. And you see kind of as you're staring of it, the abyss kind of like takes over your vision, and you see this painting, but it's somewhere else. It's hanging in an older room. It's not somewhere you recognize in this ship, but it's a building that looks like it's been worn down and not like taken care of. Like there's cobwebs, there's water damage on the ceiling and stuff like that. But the picture, that same picture, remains on the wall. Did you or Sage gaze into the abyss last episode?
Last episode, it was me.
Okay, so you guys haven't conferred on this, but you also see this same figure, the Kavana, which is the like the place where little boats park, outside like a rocky shore. You see like the moon. This is like, I wish that this was like a TV show like happening so you could all see it. It looks so cool in my head. You see like that current phase of the moon, the gibbous moon, kind of flashing into a full moon and detracting and flashing and detracting over and over again, and then like overcome with the clouds of like a very serious storm.
So, I don't know if you guys are gonna believe this or not, but I think we might have to go do some vandalism and destroy a painting. And I think that painting is like trapped in the bowels of the ship, maybe?
I domain. Sorry, I had to cut you off.
I
No,
can
no, no.
pick a lock
By all means.
if we need to go somewhere.
I absolutely love destroying public property, so 100% I'm in.
I think it's private property.
I finally speak up and said I'm pretty good at I'm pretty good at moving around unnoticed.
Oh shit. Yeah, no kidding, Sage. Okay. So I guess, I mean, did you also like I don't know, like there are other things like different locations, like a rocky shore or something.
You saw the thing, and then I kind of make like a motion. I don't know what to call it, and Sage doesn't know what to call it.
Yeah, I saw a thing. I also saw that thing. I don't know what to call it either.
Are you talking about a gazebo?
No, not like a gazebo.
I think if you are so into like maritime stuff, Cal, you would know
okay.
what they're referring to.
I
Yeah.
feel like I would know, but their hand motions are not specific.
I think I'm gonna give you like the final hint before you can all break and decide what will happen. But you kind of put the pieces together a little bit as they're talking about their visions, like the rocky shore, this like triangle shaped structure, which you figure out like what it is, like an older building. These are visions of something that is very close to your port. There is an island that is off the coast of Venice, which is where you guys are porting around sunrise tomorrow, called Poveglia, which is like currently abandoned, and is kind of known to be or suspected to be haunted because it used to have a hospital on it and all this stuff, and it currently, like, people aren't like supposed to go there. There's a few journalists that venture and etc., but it's a famous port for people who are into that stuff. There's a lot of speculation about it, and it is known to have one of those Kavana boathouses left up. There you have it.
Tent. You saying a tent?
No, I think think I figured it out. And I'll relay that information.
Yeah.
So you're telling me we might not only have to do some painting vandalism, but we also might have to steal a little skipper? Oh my god.
Well,
Oh
I mean,
my
we might have to go
God.
to this place and yeah.
Ocean adventures.
I am so hyped. Everyone, I've been
Okay.
planning for this for days, weeks.
I'm gonna
Okay.
have to be a pirate. And then
No.
Cal's like unhappy about that.
Gabrielle puts their hands across their arms like across everybody like this is kind of like shoulder thing, and like Sage just like barely just like a hand like touching Sage's shoulder. It's being like, we can all be pirates together.
With this, you hear Addison stalling in her footsteps to walk past you to leave the room. And she goes, "All right, let's go, Captain Hook." And motions towards the door as she is heading out and expects you to do the same.
Is she coming with us?
Well, she's gonna go back to her room, which is also not here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, what you guys are docking in Venice in the morning. I say that we're gonna take our break now. You guys can figure out how you all want to proceed.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. See you
Take a
soon.
break.
All right.
Hello. Welcome back. I hope you had a good break. I did. And we are returning to the ship in which our semester at sea takes place, the Bastion. And it is the next morning. As the sun begins to rise on the ocean, our ship comes to dock in the port of Venice. Cal.
Not to interrupt you, but I think this would happen like actually the night before. Like
Yeah, I figured that
probably,
I would have whoever
two
you
or-
texted reply in the morning.
Got it. Yeah, like that probably happens like at like 2 a.m. Actually, Cal just sends like a text. Hey to Addison. Hey, I'm really sad that tonight got weird, and that it wasn't just a regular party. I'm sorry. Things get weird around me a lot, and I just send that off, and then probably doesn't sleep.
So, as you've checked this repeatedly, you actually see Red at around 4 a.m. But she doesn't answer you until like 7 or 8. And it says, NBD, it happens. I attract weirdness sometimes too. And then it's the emoji that's like one eye, and then the other one is bigger, and then it's like sideways, and its tongue is like sticking out. Please tell me you know the one. Thank you.
That's probably the first time Cal's ever seen that emoji.
That's so amusing.
Cow.
And Cal just like waits, probably goes to reply immediately, but then it's like, I'll wait like 2 minutes and then reply. Glad that everything's cool. Thumbs up emoji, and just sends it off and like turns off the ringer for a bit.
I guess this would best be Addison Perrick liked a message. Gets like the little like heart bubble on it. What is everyone doing? How is everyone feeling as they arise the next morning, if they slept at all?
Gabrielle has not slept at all. Gabrielle is just like getting super ready to steal a boat and to go destroy public property. So like has like has just been getting like backpacks ready. And I think Gabrielle's super excited, and so they've made backpacks for everybody. And it's just like, all right, Cal usually probably needs a map. Steal a map, put that in there. Boom. Navigation guide. Boom. In the bag. Plus lookout, binoculars. Actually, sage lookout, binoculars. Then Cordelia probably likes arson. Boom. Lighter fluid. In there. Easy. My bag, baseball bat. And ore.
All right, so courtesy of Gabrielle, you guys are super prepared for whatever comes your way today. You spend your morning prepping various like free drawstring backpacks from different like campus like events and like weird like little like street festivals at different ports that you had, filling them with the necessary or perceived necessary equipment for each member of your gang.
Mm-hmm. And so I think Gabrielle like in the morning finds everybody and like tries to get like text everyone like, everyone meet up in that old professor's class, the one that we all go to but also no one pays attention to. I forget the name of it. Meet up there.
Cal will respond, all right, I'll see you in a Mr. Sparks room.
Is that his name?
Yes.
Damn, I should really start.
Right,
I
learning
think
wasn't
it's
it
Sprag. It's Sprag is the.
Okay.
It would,
That would be funny if it
you-
was
you
Sparks and you're
misspelled
like,
it,
yeah.
I need to start learning people's names.
Cal's probably packed, like probably just wearing like nondescript, like a black shirt and like pants, and definitely has a bandana that they've tucked away in one of their pockets. Like, oh, I'm gonna wear this if I need to.
Sage
Did,
looks like they walked out of a Patagonia magazine. Just full on Pacific Northwest, like, I'm going to go hiking for fun type person.
Boo.
Just shows up and like
I'm like a known hater of hiking for fun because I don't understand how it's fun. It's
Yo,
great for you. Congratulations.
That's city kid shit. That's city kid shit. I got invited to hikes. Terrible.
Like there ain't no way. Like, but I am getting the vibe that you're putting down. Absolutely. Do you have any preparations, or Cordelia? Do you have any preparations that you'd like to make before your like rendezvous? I guess.
Yeah, so Cordelia, dresses ordinarily for the day. She's kind of put aside her normal like goth-esque shit to just kind of wear everyday clothes like a bathing suit with like shorts pulled over it. But she's not really prepping for the day. Most of the time, like at breakfast all night, she's just like on her phone, which is now working again, just like scrolling through like TikTok and Insta. Like
if it's not working for another reason, that's fine. But the issues only like existed within that.
Yeah, it's
ballroom.
working again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And she's just like on her phone, like scrolling through like every social media she can find, like hoping that she doesn't see anything about what happened in the ballroom last night.
So, funny you mentioned that. Like any like school environment in the modern age, there are a lot of meme pages and otherwise like school exclusive stuff that exists on social media, and the semester at sea meme page currently, which is called Seamen at Sea, but it's Seamen like SEAMEN, but everybody knows what the joke is.
That's it. There it is. Real PG comedy, everybody.
Huge shout out to Spicy Skid Memes, my college meme page. I didn't run it, but I fondly remember. It is literally filled with stuff already. It's like it's early. There's usually like a little bit of a cycle. Like there's an event that goes late at night. Usually people want to sleep in. Like no, this shit has been flooding in like through the middle of the night. Like the story is packed with memes. There are one or two clips of Gabrielle, Cal, and David's fight that have been memeified. The account is private, but you might want to get a hold on that, or it will have like academic record consequences sooner or later. There was all kinds of stuff about like the electronics shutting down, about the alcohol at the party. Some people say it sucked. Some people say it was really good. It's ultimately a big day for semester at CBD. Oh, and everybody's clowning on the shark. The page's profile picture has become like a really bad drawing of a hammerhead shark.
Oh no. Oh no. Our reputations are never gonna fucking recover from this. Everybody's memeing us. They're calling us the sea freaks. They're just all of the shit they're saying about us. I don't even get half of the memes, and now it's spread to TikTok. The shark Shelly, she now has a Finsta. What's going on?
A fin.
Oh yeah, I followed Shelly's Finsta.
You know, I actually this isn't new for me. I have a similar reputation back at the college I normally go to when I'm not on the ocean. Although I guess it is also coastal, so not important. Yeah. I get in fights a lot. It's not it's a thing.
Do you win them?
I'd say I have like a 60-40 record.
Hey, add it to it. Listen, Sea Freaks kind of goes hard, I'll be real. And also, I mean, listen, Shelly's got a Finsta. We're getting more popular. People, now, when we do weird shit, won't think twice. They'll be like, "Damn, those are just those are those freaky sea kids." Or we can just blame it on sea madness.
You mean
Oh
cabin
yeah,
fever?
this is actually really important. Say that you think the alcohol went bad if they. Oh, I'm talking to Gabrielle. If they pull you in to like discipline you for the fight, and then you can blame it on like something external, and then you could get away with kind of a slap on the wrist if you play it right.
I'm just gonna say that I went sea mad through the electronics turning off, and do that.
The manic panic angle. That's actually pretty good.
Sage doesn't
I've
have social media. Oh, or rather, Sage has like a Facebook page that hasn't been updated since like 2012, and there is just two really low res like pictures on there that are like slightly blurred, so you can't really even make out what's like in those photos.
Sage posed like just.
Just like a candid photo, and that is the only social media that Sage has.
That's so beautiful.
How old was Sage in 2012?
See, I was about to say, I was about to respond, Sage is endless, but you know.
No, that's it. That's the right answer.
Mhm.
That's it. I think Gabrielle is showing Sage all of them. Like, look, this is the here. You can actually see you in the corner. Like, if you look at it over, like, if you look at it from this angle, you can actually see your hand, kind of just there. It's kind of wild. Because you were T-posing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can see it from this angle. Yeah. Yeah. They got you T-posing right over there.
Cool. And I'll make a mental note. It's like I gotta delete my Facebook.
But yeah. What's up? What was that?
Oh no, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, besides all this cool shit, are you guys ready to destroy public property?
Private property, but yes.
Well, once we make it public that we did it, it won't be private anymore.
That's a pretty good wordplay, actually.
Sorry, I got the air horn app on my phone for moments like this.
No, I remember that time you put it in my room and then had it go off with the remote thing the entire evening. How did you even get it into the light fixture? I don't even know.
I'll tell you, it took me 3 screws, a bottle of tequila, and convincing one cabin boy to act like a weasel.
I'm not even gonna ask. Let's go steal a boat.
You shouldn't.
All right. So, your plan is to steal a boat. Your
We're
plan
not
is
gonna
to steal a
steal.
boat.
We're not gonna steal any cruise ship. I think we're gonna just take some fisherman's boat and go to the island.
But you want to steal someone else's boat. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so the deal is the first like day or two that you guys are in a new port, you're always allowed to just like go around. Like you are adults. You are all 18 plus. You are allowed to go around. You're supposed to be back at the ship by let's call it 9 or 10. Let's call it 10. 10 at night. Everybody is supposed to be back boarding the ship, but you have time to explore. There are like some like guides that say like these are like, you know, this tour, that tour, this bus line. You can use this and that. There's information provided to you, but you ultimately have freedom.
I think Gabrielle turned to everybody. He's like, all right, there's a reason I had you gather here. And then like there's like a chalkboard where like, you know, those old school like graphs that like there used to be like maps that you pull down and there's like a blackboard like behind it.
Yes, yeah, we had those in my high school.
Yeah. So Gabrielle grabs it and they like pull it down and it shoots up, and just on the board written is just like how to steal boat. So it's like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, everyone ready? We're gonna steal a boat. Look underneath your seats.
Why don't we rent one?
Cal.
We could
Cal.
rent one.
Look
You
underneath
get
your
a
seat.
pack. You get a pack.
Look,
You get a pack.
look underneath your seat.
I look under my.
Backpacks
I
for
do.
everybody.
Oh.
I got you thief backpacks, arson backpack for Cordelia, lookout backpack for Sage, because you're gonna be the lookout. And Cal, you got the lockpick backpack.
I shouldn't have told you I could pick locks. I realized.
No, you shouldn't have.
Gabrielle, what are you implying by giving me the arson backpack? Why do I need fire starting materials, several lighters, matches, a glass, an empty beer bottle?
I don't know. I was just throwing shit in that bag, I'll be honest. But hey, you do what you feels right.
I mean, I guess if needed, we start a fire, I can always put it out by summoning the sea.
Oh, you know what? I actually completely forgot that you're like sea-based.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then the fire. Well,
It feels very wrong for me to set things on fire.
Okay, we'll switch packs. Okay, I have the cat. I was gonna drive the boat, but since you have the water, we could switch packs.
Okay, yeah, I think I can do a boat. I think I can do a
Okay,
boat.
yeah. So we'll switch. So that has like how to drive a boat 101 because I didn't know how to do that. I was just gonna figure out
How to drive a boat?
how to start a boat. Cal, I don't know if anyone else of us have any navigation skills. To do that.
Okay. Yes, my major is oceanography, but also I have ridden and run boats extensively back home. I can get us on any boat.
Where
it's a
is
real
Cal
shame.
from?
Cal from California.
Okay, I can live with that.
I think Gabrielle's just like, damn, I really wish we knew somebody. Anyway, let's still boat.
Well, actually, it's not like terribly far to swim. And we don't risk getting arrested.
Max is too far to swim.
Please do not try to swim this.
Not from Venice.
Yeah, please. I'm putting my foot down. Please. Magically compelling the shark to attack the ship was fine, but we are not freestyle swimming in the open water from
Wait.
the port to the island.
Actually, Cal, not a bad start. Cordelia, could you summon the shark again and we ride on the shark and we get
You know what? Let's just rent a boat. You know?
All right, that was fun, everyone. Thank you so much for joining
Yeah.
us.
This is Adventures in the
TTRPG is
Ocean.
TTRPG is a wonderful gaming show. Want to see wonderful games, TTRPGs.
I went out there. I went out there on my break. My mom was like, "Oh, I was wondering if you're free." I was like, "Oh no, I have a game." She was like, "Oh, it sounded like you were having fun in there." I was like, "Yeah, this game is great."
And now it's gotten better.
I appreciate that our show has answered the very important question: can a shark fit through a porthole?
Okay. I'm laying down the law now. You cannot swim or otherwise ride animals in the open water without some kind of vehicle. If you want the shark to like pull a small boat, honestly, fine. If you roll and can get the shark to come, fine. I will allow that to happen. But I do not want your physical bodies submerged in the open water. It's like, it just would be bad. Like, you would get in trouble. It wouldn't work.
So, if Cordelia summons the shark and we steal a buoy, that way it can at least get pulled, and it's easier to steal one of the buoys that's there on the side of the ship.
Why don't we take the money we accidentally robbed from Jordan Fishburne? What's his name?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I didn't think it would. Oh yeah, no.
Because you said you got $20 from it.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Is it Jordan? Who am I thinking of? Who?
Dave Fishman.
Dave Fishburne.
Dave
sorry.
Fishman.
I looked at the name was absolutely nothing like Dave.
I'm sorry.
Dave
I thought we were
Fishman.
talking about the Broadway singer.
I wasn't like thinking about how it was funny that like it was an ocean and like fish because like I'm Jewish, so like I'm related to a bunch of fishmen, and I needed to summon a last name really quick, and that's what I did. And I only realized that it was ironic after the fact when someone was like, "His last name is Fishman," and I was like, "Oh wait."
But yeah, we take the money we accidentally stole from him and we rent a boat with it, and we
Okay.
just don't
Okay.
commit a crime.
So-
Cal, I stole $20.
What if? And
Well,
this
Ship
is
charter. Okay,
this
okay.
is
So a
Sage-
ship.
Sage speaks up. It's like, what if we rent one of those like duck boats?
Oh my gosh.
You know what? That actually could work.
And we all just pedal really fast with the shark friend to help us.
I'm not seeing any downsides here.
Yeah,
Wait.
and I'd actually really like to see Shelly again.
Let's do it. Let's get a duck boat.
Okay. So for the sake of moving on, I'm going to adapt this. This is what it's going to be. So I'm gonna make it known. I love the duck boats. I have always wanted to go on a date on the duck boats. I never have, and I get really upset about it. The duck boats are really cute, but the duck boats are a lake activity, not an ocean activity, because they need to be in an enclosed area. However, Venice is a rich people port, and Venice is also a port where there are naturally a lot of small boats because there are canals everywhere. I would say that it is easy enough for you all to rent a like kayak or otherwise like small like water boat that is maybe meant for canals or enclosed water, and then take it to the ocean to use, like one of like the banana boats.
We're gonna die.
And then you want to summon the shark to pull you. Roll the dice, VJ. Let's see if the shark shows up.
Wanna give a string to
Spring break, I believe in you.
Cordelia? I'm
I've
gonna
got-
give a string to Cordelia.
I've got a question. So I could do Ocean's Breath, and if I pass, we might get Shelly. I also have another one, which is Siren Song, which
We
is
do have Siren Song.
when I'm soaking wet, I can sing a haunting song and roll with cold. On a 10 up, all who hear it stumble entranced towards me. They can get dazed if they stop suddenly. Could we reskin that so like all of the creatures of the deep hear me?
Are attracted
And
to
we-
you. I think that that's very reasonable, especially given the name of the thing. Yeah, you can roll Siren Song, and I will attract ocean creatures in accordance to your roll.
Okay, hell yeah. So Cordelia, finally kind of embracing that freaky side of herself, will lean over the side of whatever vessel it is we have decided to rent and or steal, and begin to sing this like lilting, beautiful song to the deep. It's very eerie, and it's a little bit disturbing, but it's very beautiful.
It's bad because like the first thing that I thought of in my head is like the song that Jigglypuff sings that makes people go to sleep.
And that is a 12, baby.
Okay. So you guys are getting the like the boat in the water, looking like you're maybe just like taking a short trip or waiting for your like motor boat to come pull you around. But instead you see, I think on a 12, because that's not just a 10, that's above a 10. We see a few sea turtles kind of drifting towards y'all, some leatherback sea turtles, as well as kind of like the fin of Shelly the shark a little bit into the water, and two of her pals to guard you, escort you to where you're going, which you are not supposed to be going to.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Actually, this is kind of cool.
This is fucking sick. Cordelia, you are fucking awesome. like amazingly awesome.
Aw. Can I give a string to Gabrielle?
Yeah, you can do that willingly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you get a string on me.
All right, I'm back up to. I think I have 2 strings about you. So I'm back up to 2. Okay. But yeah, I think Gabrielle grabs the duck boat because I think it was like, Cal, help me lift this up. And just like grabs the duck boat and just trying to like wrangle it to like go into the water and like it's like, I'll bring the boat in. You tie the Sage. I don't know if you know how to tie knots with Cal. You want to hook this up so we can get freaking zoom
Okay.
it.
Okay, so you guys, with the help of all of these creatures, I think can reasonably just get like to the island, but I want somebody to roll something, either keep your cool or shut someone down, depending on what you want to be doing, to like crowd control and make sure that you guys aren't causing a huge spectacle right now.
I will do that.
Hey, let's like get this all done, preferably before nightfall. Is that? Can we all agree on that?
That was a okay, what is
Yeah, full moon is tonight, Cal.
Yep, I'm down.
What?
I'm
I'm
rolling
always
with
so
shut
nice to
someone
people
down.
when they're werewolves in my games. This was the one where I chose violence.
I was rolling with shut someone down.
You can either do shut someone down or keep your cool, depending on what like what you want to be doing.
That was like a 3 because I have a -1 to cold.
Yeah, that is a failure. So if anybody wants to help, I don't know. I think there's only so much that can be done about like sharks appearing this close to the shoreline and turtles. So this isn't like necessarily like like this is more of a rocky shore. This isn't necessarily like a beach you guys are like departing from that is like huge with swimmers. Maybe more so with people that are like collecting or fishing, stuff like that. But some people kind of notice the shark fins to 2 older guys who were there fishing and be like, holy shit, there are some sharks, and like start to like kind of like take notice and like watch that area.
Gabrielle, take off your shirt and distract them with your abs.
Yeah, got you. Does it instantly?
Monster Hearts behavior.
Fucking rips. Actually, doesn't even take it off. Rips it off.
Okay, why? Didn't...
Okay.
And it starts. I think it starts yelling. We're getting ready for a shark show. Well, that we're gonna do this tomorrow.
I like how
So this is going
It's dress
to be
rehearsal.
Dress rehearsal.
Shark
for it.
show.
We're working with the train right now. No worries.
That's
everybody.
the episode 2 title. Episode 1 was the preliminary game, and episode 2 is the shark show.
oh my god.
But if you want to look at these sharks, they're over here.
My favorite thing is I'm assuming like these guys that are watching can only speak Italian.
Italian. Yeah. They definitely are speaking Italian to each other. They don't totally like know what's going on, but they give you like an awkward like applause, and in like you being like strange, they will begin to move fishing spots to not be near you all. So that has actually worked in a different way than I thought it would. But it did work. You are all free to get on your covert ride to Poveglia.
Alright. So who's navigating? Okay. So I'm probably gonna be peddling. Cordelia, are you gonna be like talking to the shark, to Shelly?
Cordelia leans up. She's like face first, practically in the water, talking to Shelly. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna talk to the fish.
Understandable.
So me and Sage pedaling.
Yeah.
Callie, are you on navigation?
It's like 10 kilometers. We can see it from here. What do you mean navigation?
It's not like too bad. Like you can see it in the distance. It will take maybe a good 30 or 40 minutes, even with the help of like the animals pulling you, to get across in like a small vessel like this. But
Cal's definitely got the oar and is like trying to brace the other side as Cordelia, leaning full body, is about to tip
the
it.
captain
Cal's like,
fantasy.
"Ah."
All right, Sage, me and you pedal, and we're just gonna. I guess we're just pedaling for there.
As you approach the island, you see the cabana, this like pyramidic structure. Um, of there are no boats parked here except for like a very broken, like unusable wooden one that's like left that was left tied to the dock inside. But to Sage and Cordelia in particular, this is the same thing that you saw in both of your visions. This is the same shoreline, the same structure. This is definitely it.
I pointed out to everyone because I feel like I would probably see it first.
Yeah, this looks exactly like what I saw in my visions last night. I think we might actually be doing something right.
Cal's
Monster
definitely,
Hearts
like,
first.
charcoal sketching the boat and has gotten immediately distracted by it. It's just like gotten like the pencil out and has just started doing that before anyone says anything.
Gabriel, I think, is too focused on just pedaling and just
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, there's a point as you get close enough to the shore that the like the sharks have to kind of like loop away because the water will get too shallow for them. But they all do like a little like head bump to Cordelia to say goodbye this time. The turtles still kind of like accompany you because they're versatile creatures. They can go on the land, like almost like kind of help you dock the boat up before they return to the water. It is eerie here, in the same way that it is strange to, I guess, in different tiers of being, like to go into like a grocery store, like the airport when it's empty, or if you have ever been in like an abandoned school building or anything like that. I am from Staten Island, so I have been in an abandoned mental hospital before, but that is not a normal experience for anyone else. Um, it's being in a place that feels like it should have people or did once have people that are no longer there. That uncanny feeling and like a general gloom that kind of sets in, like a low fog, slight coolness from being on the water as you are able to dock the duck boat and disembark.
Yeah, so if I'm like a monster and Addison can like summon or dispel monsters, and you guys are also like not super normal, right? Like not super normal. Do we think it's just like everybody's kind of a monster? Like, are the locals here in Italy going to be like some Pixar Luca shit or?
Well,
Probably some of them, but no, I think specifically we're the only ones on the boat who are like this,
I mean,
as far as I can tell.
do we truly know anyone? Anyone could truly be. It could be a monster. Maybe the monster's their emotions. Maybe the monster's just what they do.
Maybe the
Fair.
monsters just want to be left alone for once.
I can fill in some of the gaps here. Cal, you know from like your like cautiousness in general that Addison herself isn't magical. She is a hunter of such and comes from a long line of hunters of such. She just so happens to have an artifact or two that you like did not quite know about at first. Cordelia, you know of another magical person who is on board, but it's like very rare. Like a magical student comes around like once in a blue moon. Having 3 other people with you on board right now is like unheard of. So. Carry on.
Maybe man is truly the greatest monster of all.
Yeah, they do tend to kill us a lot, huh?
Huh.
I think maybe we should think less about being killed for being monsters and think more about how we can help whatever this ghost thing is on board the ship. I really don't want to think about being hunted for sport.
And I feel like I cut you off, like, as you're about to say that. It says, or we could think about, getting killed by a ghost.
Yeah, I don't want to be a ghost either. Let's be careful here.
Would you become a ghost werewolf?
No, I think that supersedes the other one.
Would it? It'd make you a worst.
Also, I don't think your character necessarily fully knows I'm a werewolf, or do they?
I don't know.
As I run this game, being a ghost would hypothetically supersede Cal's physical form, so Cal would cease being a werewolf and only be a ghost. Maybe with any kind of canine feature, if they felt that that was important enough to their identity to be represented in their dead manifestation of themselves.
Or maybe if I die on a full moon, I only am in wolf form as a ghost.
Up to you. Let me tell you what's on this island. There are a few things here, not too much. It is abandoned. No one is supposed to be really allowed here, besides for the occasional journalist that's allowed here. You guys have made it here through irregular means. There is a church, a hospital, an asylum, a bell tower, and there's a housing building and an administrative building. The bell tower is the thing that sticks out in the skyline the most because it's tall and pointy. I sent you guys on the wiki page, there's a picture of the full length of the island because it's rather small. You can see the brown top. The bell tower sticks out very, very prominently. Then there's a secondary island, but we're just not gonna worry about that one right now.
Gotcha.
So we need to find the not a gazebo thing, right?
And the painting.
You need to find where the painting is.
Yeah. Shall
If
we
I
split
was-
up? That's what they do in all those ghost hunting shows like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but then Scooby-Doo usually gets chased, and then
Let's-
the ghost can do.
True.
And
That's the only ghost hunting show I've ever seen, so I'll be honest, that's the only one I have to go off of.
and every time people split up, they usually get murdered, and I'm not trying to do that white people shit. So, if you were painting, where do you think it would be?
Well,
On a wall?
I don't remember if it was on a wall, but the room it was in looked like it had water damage. So it could mean that it's just close to the ocean, or it could mean that it's underground.
Do you remember what else you saw?
I can give you a vivid reconstruction of the room if you would like to try to put it together. The water damage, I'd say, looks basically there's been years and years upon years of rain and stuff that comes by here with no maintenance done. So you would actually be looking for a building that had few floors, if not one floor, because there's nothing above it to protect it, or it could be a top floor also. It looked like I'm tempted to just tell you. I feel like that's too easy. There were some things that are pseudo residential in the room. It wasn't completely sterile. There was a table with chairs. The wall wasn't completely barren. You can strike the hospital, for example, because it definitely wasn't hospital room style. It would likely be one of these more either one of these more administrative or residential buildings, or a room within the church. It's one of those places.
I say we go to the church first.
I
Ghosts love churches.
Yeah, I was about to say spooky shit happens in churches. So that was my first guess.
I'm down to go church hopping.
Yeah, we don't really have churches under the ocean, so I'll trust you on this.
You don't have like a church to a sea god or whatever, no?
No.
I
I
think
guess everyone in the ocean's an atheist.
A real horror with Catholicism.
A search,
Uh,
like a sea church.
Church.
I say that in character, by the way.
A church.
please.
So
Uh,
I guess
Okay,
Light PC is free
so-
from religious trauma, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, we've just got Atlantis-based trauma.
Atlantis is real?
Yeah, hold
Yeah.
on. Wait, what?
Yeah, we can get into where I'm from and where I grew up and all of that later. Like you know, there's like a ghost. We probably should try and free them.
Does that
we
mean
can-
Aquaman is real? You know, yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry.
So we go to this church.
Search for
Not the
Atlantis
Scourge.
sequel. I don't even know how that would be possible. Yes, you go for the search, the search, the church. So yeah, there is a not too big, but it is Europe, so like of size, of decent size, but not like super big, like Sagrada Familia type crap. Church here. It looks like the architecture is very, very old. It's a lot of like brick on the outside, which lines up with some of the stuff that you two have seen in the visions. And you see kind of like the big like stained glass window. It has some shadows in it at the top. As you head inside. Were any of you raised specifically in a church-going like religiously? Not you, your characters.
Every time my character's gotta be like me, so yes.
Okay.
I was
so,
raised a Methodist, so.
Okay, so yeah, for the two of you, then this is very strange because it's normal for like a church to be empty or almost empty, right? But it's not normal for it to be unused because there's always people going like in and out of it, right? So it's like the level of like nature's overtaking of this place is unsettling. Faveglia is in a place where there's like a lot of like natural like growth, so it's not like there's like ivy growth, but there's definitely like there's cobwebs everywhere. That water damage is prominent in a lot of like the molding and the creases of the building, like dust and dirt on the floor. There are like some things that have chipped, like paint peeling, all of that stuff. It is equally as unsettling as outside is the inside. But having been raised in it, you also would like perhaps like know the structure and understand like how to get behind into like the non-public rooms to try to find what you're looking for. So that navigation goes to you two.
I lead the way because I
Yeah.
was in charge of navigation.
Yeah, it follows right behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you open
I
up.
think breaks out a knife. Oh, sorry, I say this. It straight up pulls out a knife. Just in case.
So you go, to there are like a few back rooms, and this is what I would call eventual success. You eventually come across the room that has this painting. The door isn't locked, it's a little bit like jammed closed. You're able to get it open with a little bit of like wiggling with the knife and shouldering. When you get inside, it does look the same as the visions. It is the same painting, like a copy of the same painting. This might be the original work whereas there is a reproduction of it on the ship as decor. Um, it is there, also covered with a piece of glass. It's the same thing. There's a table, chairs. This is like kind of just like a break room, break in storage area. It looks like most of the stuff is old around here, but there are a few touches that seem new from when journalists have come through. For example, the framing of the painting would have been a newer thing, kind of like enacted by the Italian government, whoever was facilitating those journalists coming by, so as the artwork was not disturbed. There are one or two pieces of paper left from notes taken in the last like reported like journalistic visit to the island was like 2014 2015. So those pieces of paper would be a few years old, but with some cataloging information. Yeah, I'm just saying a bunch of boring stuff now.
I think Cal would like to gaze into the abyss here.
Okay, what are you gazing for?
I want to find where the point of origin for this painting is. And because
Okay.
it's like charged supernaturally, I'm hoping that just by trying to attune to it, I can get some insight onto that.
Yeah, go ahead and gaze.
All right, I do have a -1 dark.
I actually
Cal-
think you failed enough times that. Yeah,
I have
I
a
got an
string
11
on.
though.
Oh, okay. Well,
Let's
never
go.
mind.
Oh, a 10 still works.
that works. So you are getting a full success with a precise 10 up. The abyss shows you lucid visions, and you take one forward addressing them. So you're looking for the origin of this painting, right? You see a woman. She is younger, or on like the younger side, maybe about your age or a little bit older at this point. And you can kind of see very old vision of her like putting the finishing touches on this work with oil paint. And then you see kind of like a very like zoomed in like exchange of money that is almost hostile. You see her being pushed away as the painting is handed off to someone rather. You see the inside of this church, and then you see her slightly older, like walking through like the doors, like the threshold to it. And I think that's the best I can do on visions, but addressing it in the any roles related to this moving forward, we'll get one forward, so like a +1.
I think we have to take this painting to someone's house. Because you guys remember what that computer was saying at the party? I want to go home. Maybe we need to take this painting back to whoever originally made it.
So, you want us to pick up a cursed painting and walk it?
I mean, that's the best I can think of.
Anyone else got any ideas?
Well, there's a copy of this painting on the ship, right?
There is a reproduction of this painting, yeah.
Maybe we have to replace the reproduction with the original. Maybe home is on the ship.
Like when you guys were looking at it all freaky, like, was it seeming like it came from a ship, or did it say it felt more homey?
Yeah, where did I see this vision? Where did I see the woman painting the thing?
And like this did not appear to be on a ship. This painting is older than the ship you are on. It's not like something like particularly famous or some like incredibly like well-known artist or work. I can like interpret some of the dots here for you. There's like a level of respect that women like have not historically had. There was a beautiful work made that was bought for a sum of money that was ultimately like very low, and the rest of that I will leave to you. But this was painted in on Venice mainland originally.
Do you see like do we see a signature or anything? Any sort of
There is like a signature, but it's like so like between the fading and like the messiness of like script in another language, I don't think it's discernible like what name it says, and ultimately I don't know if it's important either.
okay. Question. What is the painting of?
I'm so glad you asked that thing that I never made up. Um, so so this painting is kind of like abnormal for the time period. A lot of works were into like a certain level of like biblical depiction, kind of like very realistically, or not realistically, like very like by the book, like at like the Last Supper. It's like these were the people that were at the Last Supper, and they're all at the Last Supper in the painting, and that's it. There's a level of like artistic interpretation here that is uncharacteristically ahead of its time, where you kind of see this figure. It's sort of like a genderless figure, just like the, I guess, mannequin-esque, but in a more ethereal way, kind of being faced um, with like being saved. So there's like a hand like outstretched downwards that would be like the hand of God, but it's much it's depicted in like a darker, more angular way than any like representation of God usually is, where below there's more light in the painting, as if everything was kind of like half reversed. Um, it's like it's very nuanced. It's also like it's kind of like a wide voice, so there's a lot of like small background details that will like kind of like indicate uh, that the painter is from Venice. Like you can see some of the buildings that you saw in docking, like some of the older, more prominent like buildings from the skyline, kind of sketched into it. It's a cool thing that I just made up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did we pack any not Dasani water bottles?
Yeah, I think Gabrielle brought
Gabrielle
water.
packed the bags. Yeah.
Everyone got some water.
We got their Nalgene's.
I want to mix my tears with the water and see if I can bring forth the painter to see what she wants us to do with her painting, regardless of if she's the ghost or not.
You're gonna salt again?
I'm gonna salt again.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that is a 6.
Wah, wah. Okay, there's no like consequence for the failure other than like it doesn't work. I will, for the sake of this is 2 sessions and also Cal received a 1 forward on this subject, allow you to utilize that 1 forward as a group and make it a 7. So on a 7 to 9, so they will bring trouble with them again. But she will come in that glass, and there is that same scream that you hear in your head. It's like it's louder because there's less of you, if that makes sense. Like it can't be split among so many people. It hurts in your heads. The way that it is, and you see her pound, and then you see like a nail scrape on the inside of the glass that makes that nails on a chalkboard sound inside all of your heads. It's rather unpleasant.
Gabrielle doesn't know what to do, so I think runs because everyone keeps saying like we gotta get rid of this painting, we gotta do something about it. Gabrielle's like, this is now annoying me. Fuck it. Goes and grabs the painting.
You're gonna take it off the wall.
Yeah, fuck it. Loves thrills. If this is bad, fuck it.
Okay. So because it is framed now, I would say that it actually is probably easier to get off the wall. There are maybe like screws, but because the like actual physical like material of the wall is so old, I think with the hand of someone else, you'd probably be able to weasel it off. There's nothing like hidden behind it other than like an indentation of where dust wasn't because there was something on the wall. But she's still inside of it, and you can see kind of like the panic. She goes from like side to side of the painting as Gabrielle takes it off of the wall.
And you know what? Gabrielle's just gonna start shaking it. Be like, shut up, stop it, stop it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
She like literally like stumbles back and falls. You see her get like smaller in foreground and fall. It's quiet.
Hold
you
on.
Succeeded in that.
She clawed at it. Maybe we have to break it to set her free? Is that it? Do we break it? I look at the ghost for confirmation. What's break in Italian?
I technically know that because I think it's probably similar to Spanish, but I also feel like I shouldn't tell you that. But if any of you have reasonably taken a foreign language at semester at sea, like in character, then you might know. So I actually have this up for another reason, so I can look up. Yeah, it's rompere, which is similar. So you could ask.
Cordelia, you've taken a ton of classes. Do you know how to speak Italian at all?
I think it's reasonable that Cordelia's probably taken a class or two.
Yeah, if any one of you can get the word out, she can respond non-verbally. It will be a slow nod that turns into a quicker nod.
Break the painting.
Break the painting.
Okay.
Cal just punches
Smashes
through
it
it.
smashes against the wall.
Okay, so you smash the frame against the wall. It shatters, and the painting is open to the air. The woman dissipates from it, and you see her figure kind of like swirl up into the room. It becomes like a larger than life figure, kind of taking up the entire like floor to ceiling height of the room to scale, and you see her like lean against the corner. She doesn't fall through it, but obviously she's a ghost, see-through kind of bluish spectral thing. You can see her like lean against the corner in exhaustion. You can hear in all of your minds the quiet like sound of like crying.
I hand her a Dasani water bottle.
She can't like physically interact with the Dasani water bottle, but she recognizes that you were trying to give her a gift of some kind, and seems grateful.
She's more Poland Springs.
I think you have to kill the water bottle first. You gotta like destroy it, and then it just becomes a ghost of a water bottle.
How do you kill water?
That's a good question.
A question I don't want an answer to.
Oh no, Cordelia, don't worry. No one's gonna. I guess wouldn't it be the water cycle if we make it a gas?
So as this kind of happens, as the woman's figure slowly kind of like just like fades from like imagine like you were just like taking transparency away on something on an image. kind of just like slowly fading from view, going God knows where. You all feel in a similar way that like Cordelia can like sense the emotions of the marine creatures that you interact with. You all feel something that feels like a hug, not in the way that like a physical pressure of a hug feels, but it feels like a hug, like the chemicals that are released in your brain when you get a hug and it feels good. It's a little weird to experience it without the physical pressure, so there's that level of like unsettlingness, but also like in knowing that you've done something good. um yeah, so you get that sort of gratitude, and as you look to the painting, the glass has kind of cleared into two piles off of it, so the surface of it is completely free of sharp, pointy things, and it is left on the back. You can see the artist's signature still there. More clear here. I will type her name. For you all. Not that it's really going to come into play because it's ending. But that is the soul that you have freed. As far as yeah.
I was gonna say, I guess, because fucking Gabriel's the one holy, it just says her name out loud to everybody. He's like, I think the ghost was Lucia Ostrava. Someone else read this and points at everyone.
Did you say Cordelia is the one who took Italian? Lucia Osatura. You know that Osatura is like the name that it kind of has a double like meaning. It can mean like the framework of something, but it can also mean skeleton. So that's fun. But yes, that is the artist's name. None of you recognize it, and probably no one ever will, because this is kind of the kind of person that does something great and then dies to history unknown, because that happens sometimes. But the four of you know, and that's the important thing now.
Maybe we name our duck boat Lucia.
I approve.
Yeah. Should we hold like a funeral?
No, if we're naming a boat, we need to christen it. You probably packed alcohol, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I'd look in mine. Is there wine in there?
Yeah, 100% there is. Yeah.
All right. What kind of wine is it?
It's Gabrielle likes a good pink wine.
Oh, nice.
Rose.
My guess is boxed.
I was listening.
100% boxed. I
Then
forgot
I
the word.
will
I forgot the
christen
word for
our
I
rosé.
think-
duck boat with a box of pink wine.
I think there's nothing probably more Italian than ending the game like outside a church with some wine.
Wait, should we hold like a Viking funeral? Should we set the duck boat on fire and like?
How are
push
we
it
gonna get
into
back
the-
if we do that? I want you to think about that for a second.
I feel like Sage just kind of takes the painting, the actual physical painting, like rolls it up and just kind of tucks it under her arm.
So very carefully, you remove the paper. It's softer than it once was. The paper is much less stiff than it probably was when it was originally painted. You manage to roll it up and kind of like tuck it into your jacket. Yeah. Please don't set your duck boat on fire.
All right, we would set it on fire. But I think as they're all sitting there like drinking wine, I think Gabrielle's just like, well, the freaks, we rescued a goat, or a ghost, managed to wrangle a shark, and had a sick fucking party. So better than my last school.
Is this how semester at sea always goes? And I look at Cordelia when I ask.
Cordelia will reach out her hand and take your hand and say, "No, actually, this is pretty special. This is a first for me too."
Cool. And I squeeze your hand just a little bit.
Presuming that you would all like to return to the normal ship's vicinity before night falls, you all head back to the duck boat, to the Lucia. The turtles help you get it back into the water, and you take a little bit slower of a ride back to shore. But you make it just as the sky starts to turn colors back to the port where you need to go. And there's kind of like a line of students. Everybody has to be like checked in when they get back on the ship to make sure everyone's accounted for, manifest, blah, blah, blah. And you see Addison and Ani standing in line. They're talking very pointedly about something. And as the four of you come into view, they both set their eyes intently on Cal. And with that, we are done.
We're never gonna. You'll
If
never
Cal
know
will
what that
die-
means.
Yeah, if Cal will die or get laid, nobody knows. But they certainly figured something out. Yes, thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed a little snippet of our supernatural semester at sea. If everybody wants to plug their things, I will go in reverse order and start with VJ.
Hi, I'm VJ Stonecraft. You can find me on Twitter at VJ_Stonecraft. I'm a TTRPG podcaster, streamer. I'm currently writing for some Call of Cthulhu stuff. I'm also the keeper at Loved Ones Craft. It's a Call of Cthulhu podcast. I'm in the cast at Crossroads Games. On Mondays, I'm on Goblin Cave TV, playing Monsters of the Week. On Sundays this month, I'm on Tavernaut, playing It's Not Easy, being Delta Green, watch me fight the Mythos and the Muppets. If you follow me on Twitter, you can see all the projects that I'm working on. Hope to see you around. Thanks so much for watching.
And then that is Milan.
Hey, I'm Milan, or Mallard Man. I have been playing Kalane Wisteria tonight, and whether he's dead or whether they got killed or laid, maybe both, who knows. You can find me over on twitter.com/mallardman_. That's where I post a lot of things. We did not run our finale of Vampires the Masquerade this last Monday, because, I got hit by a car, in another car at least, but I didn't run it, so it's going to come up probably the first week of November. You should go and watch that on Neon Lights Roleplay. Other than that, catch me streaming on twitch.tv/mallardman, no_ there. Just come hang out. I do a variety of games, and I'm going to pass along without elaborating.
I will, in a quick interlude, say that for many months, maybe upwards of 6 months, I knew who Milan was as a person, and I knew who Mallard was from having interacted. I did not connect that Mallard Man and Milan were the same person until last week when this show started. Amanda, you have anything to plug?
Hi, I'm Amanda. I run tech here at TTRPG, as well as hang out on Twitter at PandaCabra. So this past weekend we were supposed to have our designer showcase, which did not happen due to technical difficulties, and some stuff happened with the cast. It was bleh. So we're actually going to have that on November 5th, which is going to be not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. So definitely stop by. We're definitely going to be playing anime-inspired, like, mecha teenage soldiers who are going to go kill God, maybe. So definitely come check that out. It will be called Blazing Hymn. And yeah, that's it.
And Cleric.
Hello, once again, I'm your little fuck up Cleric34 here. You can find me shit posting on the internet at Cleric_34 on TikTok and Twitter. Mostly just post whatever I think is funny. But if you want to see me do more TTRPG content, you can follow me on my podcast with Scary Dog Friend Joe. for Monster Fuckers Anonymous show. We talk about monsters, talk about the lore, talk about all the media representation, and whether or not you, yes, you listening, you as you listen as we wrap up this fucking podcast, or not podcast, this fucking stream. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. This stream, whether or not you should be having sex with those monsters. Some are good, some are bad, some are mid, but all of them are sexy. We just had our latest episode drop last week, which was all Dead by Daylight characters. Pyramid Head was mentioned. Some other ones, it gets weird, it gets nasty, it gets fun. But I'll give you, everyone who's listening, a little special preview to our next episode that releases in November. That one, it's just going to be me and Joe, and we're going to be talking about Nintendo villains. And in that one, we have our lowest rated monster ever. What Nintendo villain dropped the ball and is our lowest rated? Listen in.
See, I have some theories, but Twitter loves like really ugly animated men, so I could say something and like really piss people off. So I'm not going to.
Gandalf wasn't mentioned.
Instead, I'm going to plug my things. I'm Max. You can find me anywhere that I want you to find me on the internet at Arcane Goth. You can find me upcoming on the Friends Who Roll Dice 24-hour charity stream on November 6th. I'm playing in the Cypher game that's at like 2:30 in the morning. That'll be super interesting. I also will be running, starting in the middle of next month, a Thirsty Sword Lesbians campaign on Take Your Roll, which is a new channel run by friend of TTRPG, Joel/Shadow Ace. In person, you can find me vending with Tokyo Dog at Anime NYC, and you can find me at PAX Unplugged in December. You can also find me at the club this weekend because it's Halloween weekend. Bitch, what up? Okay, that's all. I brought you all for a spooky time. I'm happy with where this ended, and I hope you all have a good night. Make sure to free ghosts that don't deserve to be trapped. Good night.
Okay,